Have you ever wondered why livestock waste control facility permits require a P index to be run on fields prior to manure application? Let's find out. While it's true that phosphorus is not usually leached into the groundwater like nitrogen is, phosphorus does move. Inputs like fertilizers and manures, while necessary for crops, can be moved off-site by rain and snowmelt. Phosphorus usually moves along the surface of the soil, through erosion and dissolved in surface water. However, as it slowly works its way down the soil profile, if it reaches tile lines, it can be lost there too. In addition to what's lost on our fields, phosphorus that is in the stream bed and banks also moves through erosion, especially when heavy storms cause streams and rivers to swell. Phosphorus loss from agricultural land contributes to algal blooms, not only locally, but also in larger watersheds. You may have heard about a local lake being closed for swimming due to algae. And if you keep up with national news, you have likely heard of Lake Erie's near constant problem with algae, much of which is blamed on agricultural lands that are losing phosphorus from their soils through runoff and tile lines. Lake Erie algal blooms impact the drinking water for the people of Toledo and likely many others. Possibly the most notable watershed with nutrient loading problems is the Mississippi watershed, which all of Nebraska is included in as the Missouri River feeds into the Mississippi. Downstream, the Gulf of Mexico houses a 3,275 square mile hypoxic area where there is no aquatic life. This area is caused by excess nutrients, particularly nitrogen and phosphorus. While farms are not the only contributor to this problem, farmers can help make an impact by minimizing nutrient losses, which also affect a farm's bottom line. One way we can make a difference locally is to establish our risk with the Nebraska Phosphorus Index, which is why it is a requirement for all fields listed under a livestock waste control facility permit to have run a P index prior to manure application. The Nebraska P Index is an Excel-based tool where field information is inputted and a risk level and recommendation is given. It can be accessed at manure.unl.edu under Software on the right-hand side of the page. While setting up an initial P Index is important, knowing how the various field conditions impact the results makes the tool valuable when considering management changes that may reduce or increase your risk of phosphorus loss. For example, if after setting up the P index for a field, you discover that the field is at high risk and you'd like to continue using it for manure application, you might want to lower that risk. One way to do that might be to use conservation practices to reduce erosion, or add a buffer strip that slows runoff down prior to reaching the stream, thus allowing the phosphorus in soil to settle out. On the other hand, to accommodate larger equipment, one might be considering removing existing terraces. A quick run through the P index shows that this might not be the best idea when it comes to managing the risk of phosphorus loss. So remember, when using the P index, look for fields that have high or very high risk levels to determine if there's a way to reduce the risk of phosphorus loss. Also watch for medium risk results that are trending up. Then look at what's driving the P index to see whether it's erosion, runoff, high soil test phosphorus levels, or lack of conservation practices that are affecting the risk level. Make changes to the key practices that are driving that risk up. Learn more about the Nebraska Phosphorus Index at go.unl.edu/P-index.